We had tendered for several contracts and had got absolutely nowhere. We thought we were fantastic at it. They were really good tenders, best thing we'd ever written. How could we possibly fail? And we were failing, and failing miserably. And we knew we needed to do something. We knew we needed to change direction, and that's why we participated in the supplier development programme.
But through going to the supplier development programme training, we really upped our game. We recognised that our tenders were poor and that we had to improve to be able to be competitive with larger corporations that were previously going for tenders that they wouldn't usually go for due to the economic crisis. So the supplier development programme really gave us a lot of training and advice on how to improve in all aspects of our tendering.
Since then, since we've went through the supplier development programme for the tender training, we have found at Sercon we have increased our PQQ success rates by 65%, and we've increased our tender submissions by 61.1% since 2009.
We weren't answering the questions properly, we weren't reading the questions properly, and sometimes it just takes someone from outside to give you that bit of direction and show you where you're going wrong. And as I said, you know, we thought we were so good at it and our tenders were so good, but in actual fact, when somebody independent had a look at them and said, well, this is what they're actually looking for, you haven't answered that question correctly. You've answered the question, but we haven't answered it correctly. So it gave us a different view on how to actually respond.
I think one of the most helpful things in the programme was that whenever we submitted tenders, we would constantly talk about ourselves and our skills. We would never say how we could help our clients or prospective clients. It would always be how good we were and how amazing we were in all areas, but we never actually related that to how our skills could really help our clients and what we could do to improve their business as well.
In 2011, in February this year, 2011, we won our first public sector contract, and then again in April we won our second public sector contract. We've now gone into a new financial year and we've recently won another two. So our success rates in that has increased by 25%, and we put that down to going through the training that we went through as part of the supplier development programme, and we feel that Sercon is actually going in a new direction.
Well, at Sercon now, you know, we understand what the client is looking for better, and the answers that they're looking for, we understand that better from what we did previously. So we're now in a position where we can actually spend more time, you know, thinking about the question as opposed to just whereupon before we thought we had the right answer and we'd write it down. Now we actually spend more time looking at what is actually exactly is required and writing the tender specifically for that contract, not just copying and pasting from what we did before as well. You know, we've kind of come away from that altogether.
Since attending the workshops, our tendering process has become just that. It's become a process. It hasn't become very last minute, as in we get a tender in and everyone just scrambles to fill it in. Now it's more of a case of we go through a bid no bid process wherein we identify whether we can do the work, whether we can finance it as well, and if we can deliver the quality of work that has become synonymous with the Sercon name.
The new contract wins that have meant to Sercon that we have completely spread our risk throughout the organisation. Before, predominantly our clients were mainly in the retail sector, and through what was happening in the economy, that had taken a real hit. With winning these new public sector contracts, it is getting our name out there more to all of the public sector, and it has certainly increased our profile, and it's working with a different type of client.
I think I would advise companies to engage completely with the supplier development programme, not just for the training aspect, but for the advice that they can give and for all the events to attend. For example, the Meet the Buyer events, to understand what procurement people are looking for and to get themselves known to them. It's a lot of time and money to invest in going out to meet a lot of different councils, but through the supplier development programme, they're all in the one place and it helps you to understand that they're willing to help you. They're not a faceless organisation which they don't want you to win anything. As an SME, you get to understand that they want you to win.
Public sector is not easy to get into. They're very specific in what they're looking for, and you know, it's such a feeling of accomplishment to actually get there. And we wouldn't have got there without the help of the Supplier Development Programme.